Next up in our look at Derby points races, we'll take a look at some important prep races here in the U.S., but also a look at the very talented Japanese runner Luxor Cafe winning the Hyacinth in Japan.
They're off in the Phasing Tipton, Risen Star Stakes, and East Avenue broke sharp. Vassimo flashing speed. American Promise takes back with the rail, and there's Magnitude with an early charge of Ben Curtis to the front. It's Magnitude who leads them into the clubhouse turn. East Avenue and to the inside, Vassimo. They're second and third with Built running in fourth here as they round the first turn. American Promise running in fifth. Septarian is sixth. Giacoso wide seventh. Chunk of Gold is eighth near the rail now at the 6.5. Then comes Seattle Road with on the outside Rendered Judgment. Vamos Carlitos is running in 11th, and Jolly Samurai has dropped back to 12th. The opening quarter, 23.42 seconds. So Magnitude dictates the dozen. It's Magnitude in front. In the meantime, Tyler Gaffalione and East Avenue in the Godolphin Blue staying laser focused on Magnitude for the run toward the half-mile pole. To the inside is American Promise. Vassimo in between horses. Then on the outside is Rendered Judgment. Toward the inside looking to gain Chunk of Gold, and Giacoso is 6 lengths off this leader. Then Septarian with Seattle Road, Rendered Judgment, Vamos Carlitos, and further back in the field, Jolly Samurai remains 12th. The half mile, 46.92 seconds for Magnitude coming toward the quarter pole as Built is building momentum now for Luis Saez, and East Avenue is running in third but under pressure. They straighten for home past the quarter pole. It's Magnitude. 3/4 in 1 minute 10.95 seconds. Magnitude coming down toward the final furlong. Holds a 3-4 length lead on Built. And then American Promise into third. Chunk of Gold is in fourth. East Avenue is well defeated here at the fairgrounds today by Magnitude, who just keeps on rolling for Ben Curtis home. It's Magnitude. Magnitude at 43-1. Wire to wire in the Risen Star. Second close, Chunk of Gold with Built, and then Vassimo and American Promise.
And they're off in the Sunland Derby. Getting left at the start was Touchy. Going out to the front with some good-looking strides, that's Getaway Car. He's going to be the boss into the first turn, and he leads by over a length. That's It's My Birthday along the rail second. Smash It surging up into third. Very wide in fourth is Take Charge Tom, and even wider, Caldera. In mid-division, there's Spaniard with 5 to raise. Alongside him, Touchy rides the rails, and drilling by 8 long lengths is Remember Big Jim. It's an honest tempo set by the favorite Getaway Car, as that one has 6 furlongs left to travel. Smash It is second with It's My Birthday third. Take Charge Tom beginning to rev up. He's a closer third. He's got about 2 on Calderas in mid-division. Towards the inside, Touchy's trying his best, as he'll have to raise the stakes shortly. Spaniard next last, and still trailing by about 7 is Remember Big Jim halfway home. Getaway Car has set the tempo throughout, and he leads by 2. Here comes a strong, good-looking move from Caldera. Caldera means business, and he's bearing down on Getaway Car. Caldera looks to have his measure. Caldera with a sweeping move. Getaway Car's going to have to find something more and find it quickly. Touchy is third, straightening away into the long Sunland Park stretch. It is Caldera for D. Wayne Lucas leading a neck, fighting back. Getaway Car will not give up. Getaway Car vigilant on the inside. Getaway Car coming back. Getaway Car, Caldera, throw down in an awesome finish. Was it Getaway Car? Maybe. I don't know. Caldera was very close. Then 8 lengths back to Touchy third. Wow.
Ready for the Saturday feature. And there they go in the 43rd running of the John Battaglia Memorial. Maitre D quickly away from the far outside. Baby Max is showing pace. Luis Saez has him now reserved in the 3rd position as California Burrito contests the top spot. California Burrito inside of Maitre D. And Baby Max will set up shop in the third spot. And right there with him along the inside is Shan. Banks from between runners coming in hot, 3 deep, entering that clubhouse run as they get to the backstretch. After him, Special Caliber midfield, little less than 6 from the pace. Studley Do Right's along the rail. King of Ashes is in the 2-path. Maximum Promise is second last, and Spirit Rags is the last of all. California Burrito with the lead, and right there with him, Maitre D, and Baby Max is on top of the flow, 3 deep. Shan with a great ground-saving journey from off the pace this afternoon. Banks has 4 lengths to find as they go past the half-mile marker. To his outside is Coming In Hot, who has been a little wide throughout. Studley Do Right with 6 lengths to find as they get to the 3/8. Break of 4 lengths to Maximum Promise, now hitting his stride, 3 deep. To his inside, Special Caliber, then King of Ashes, and Spirit Rags is still at the back. California Burrito, here comes Baby Max. Baby Max turns it up on California Burrito, who responds. California Burrito turns into the stretch with the lead in the John Battaglia Memorial, and Baby Max is testing him at the 8th pole. Baby Max now puts his nose in front. Right there with him from the inside remains California Burrito. Nobody else is close to them. California Burrito inside of Baby Max. California Burrito way out in the center of the track from Baby Max. Maximum Promise third. I'm going to Banks and Studley Do Right. California Burrito and Baby Max putting on a show in the John Battaglia Memorial, 145 and 98/100.
Working with Brereton's Baytab. Post position number 12, a little bit rambunctious behind the gate, Brereton's Baytab. Brereton's Baytown goes in, 2 back. Tistastic, post 13. And to the outside post, the big long shot, Hot Gutter. 50 points to the winner of the Rebel. That's Kentucky Derby points. A lot of eyes on Sandman. We'll see how he breaks today. We're ready to go in the Rebel. And they're off. Good break from Sandman. Slow beginning for Admiral Dennis, who drops to the back of the pack. The Bob Baffert trained Manicat Road. He's on the lead today. Irad Ortiz says go immediately with him and hits the clubhouse turn in front. Smokin' Wicked running in second with Innovator Speed King. He's keyed up on a hold right now, 4 wide, easing off the top 3 as they round the first turn. Gap of 5 now to Cole Battle. He's in the 5th position. Dreamin' Blue and Tistastic are next. Hypnus racing alone, 2 ahead of Sandman. Then Hot Gunner alongside of Publisher the Maiden. He's 4 ahead of Brereton's Baytown. And Admiral Dennis is last. They're rolling on the lead, 22 and 2. That opening quarter for Manicat Road. The field must be separated by at least 18 lengths. Manicat Road, the pacemaker by 2. Innovators second. Smokin' Wicked third in a strung out group. Speed King for the first time in his racing career. He's stalking off the speed. He's 5 behind with a half mile to go. Gap of 2 to Cole Battle. Tistastic to the inside. Another 2 to Dreamin' Blue. The gray Sandman is getting a little bit closer with Hypnus as the first 8 or 9 start to pack up a little more now rounding the turn. Hot Gunner is next, completely giving way is Hot Gunner. Admiral Dennis still well out of it as they round the 4th turn. Innovators done. Manicat Road still on the lead. Cole Battle for the Lonnie Briley Barns running a big one. Here comes Cole Battle and Juan Vargas on the outside of Manicat Road rolling towards the lead. Cole Battle at the top of the lane. Manicat Road to the inside. Not done. It's Cole Battle narrowly ahead now. Sandman's getting rolling. He's 3rd, but he's 7 behind. 16th to go. Cole Battle 16th left for the Rebel Stakes win. He's on top from Manicat Road and Sandman, who's run out of ground. Cole Battle, the story continues. This fantastic story. Cole Battle does it in the Rebel. He is a true gritty racehorse. Manicat Road was 2nd, Sandman 3rd.
9, the Hyacinth listed stakes. They're set. They're off and racing. Squeezed out Admire Daytona and Promise Gene slow away. Good early speed from Vidia Leap with Danon Figo. Cora Uzel goes forward with Don in the Mood. Luxor Cafe slots into 5th position. Wider out is Taisei Dorado. Then back to Happy Man the Fence. Admire Daytona. Well back is Dragon, and Promise Gene that blew the starters at the tail of the field. So a small field, missing the kick, not an advantage at all for that Promise Gene runner. And leading them up at the moment is Vidya Leet. Leads out from down on Figo. Pulling and reefing is Accorda Azel. Slotting in next along the rail is Taisei Dorado. Then comes followed by Don in the Mood. The favourite Luxor Cafe out there in the breeze and travelling okay. Then Happy Man, Admire Daytona. Dragon is second last, and Promise Gene at the tail of the field. They're not going overly quick, so it will be a bit of a sit and sprint as Vidya Leet leads them up. Down on Figo in second. Accorda Azel. Don in the Mood makes a line of 4. This will set up beautifully for the favourite in behind them, Luxor Cafe. And looking for an out in behind them is Taisei Dorado. So the big striding Luxor Cafe, given his head by Rachel King, down the middle of the track and starts to lengthen. Starting to run on Admire Daytona, and from the back of the field, the one that blew the kick, Promise Gene, is coming on strong, but Luxor Cafe, full of running, going to be hard to knock off. Promise Gene's going to make it very interesting. Luxor Cafe stretching. Has he got enough? Yes, he has. Luxor Cafe takes it out, Promise Gene, and Don in the Mood in for third. Then Admire Daytona, followed by Dragon in behind. Back to the inside was Vidya Leet. Admire Daytona then came in behind Danon Figo, followed by Taisei Dorado, Accorda Azel, and Happy Man at the tail.
Companion of the favourite, the only one who didn't. Let's join Tony for the call.
Set to go, and they're off for our feature race, the European Road to the Kentucky Derby Condition Stakes. A bit slow to go, both Saudade and Quai Bethune. They're towards the back early on. Good break by Olympus Point. The experienced runner in the blue, also Malvino towards the inside, the maroon and yellow. Just going to hold that runner out. Opera Ballow's in behind without cover on the outside. William Buick, the white cat, as James Doyle and Olympus Point now stride on. To Malvino. To the outside, Opera Ballow is racing in third. Just off the pace then, the black cap of Hot Shot. Towards the inside, the spots of Quai Bethune. And the back marker is Saudade, the Southwell winner in the yellow and black. Making the turnover at the far end. The leader is Olympus Point and James Doyle in the all blue, a length clear. To his stable companion Opera Ballow, who's racing in second in the white cap, William Buick. On the inside, Malvino, Marco Gianni. One out, one back is Hot Shot and Finley Marsh. On the inside is Quai Bethune under Oisin Murphy in the light blue. And Saudade and Jack Mitchell still the back marker. Turning for home with 3 furlongs to go. Olympus Point stood out in front, gives a lead to his stablemate. Opera Ballow is now moving stylishly alongside for William Buick, and here comes Opera Ballow now towards the inside. Ridden along is Malvino. Nothing at all from Quai Bethune, and the leader is Opera Ballow. He's opened up that stride now and gone on. Just outside the furlong, Opera Ballow by 4 lengths. To in second place on the outside is Hot Shot. Then comes Saudade staying on, but this is a class act. Opera Ballow remains unbeaten, 2 out of 2. Looks a smart prospect for Charlie Appleby and William Buick. Second place for Hot Shot, third Saudade, and fourth home was Quai Bethune.
Devastating performance from Opera Ballow. Emulates notable speech. Winning first time out 4 weeks ago, winning today. He's 11-10 favourite in the end. A little bit uneasy at the off. He had the perfect sit into the race. They used Olympus Point as a babysitter throughout, including in the paddock on the way to the start.
Keep it easy. He's up. He's in. And they're all in line. They're off in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. From the middle, River Thames bounces out very well, but he'll be challenged early by Neo Equos, and these two put on some speed in the run to the first turn. They've opened 2-1 Gate to Wire, who's down at the rail in third. Back from the outside, Keep It Easy is now fourth, settling in second last, Sovereignty, and Burnham Square takes residence at the back of the field. He's about 6 lengths off the speed of Neo Equos. Neo Equos is up and around River Thames, and he clears now to lead by 1.5 lengths. Going to plan B is Velasquez on River Thames. He'll angle to the outside of the new leader with Gate to Wire at Chile third. 2 back to Keep It Easy. He's now fourth, then Sovereignty and Burnham Square. 23 seconds flat for the opening quarter. They have less than 5 furlongs to go. On the inside, Neo Equos leads by half a length. Latched onto him second is River Thames, a length and a half better than Gate to Wire in third. Burnham Square guided to the clear by Zayas. He's on a mid-race move with Keep It Easy between horses, and Sovereignty has to keep up at the back of the field. The half mile was 47 seconds flat. They go to the first finish line and swing to the fore turn. Neo Equos at a big price has the lead to half a length. River Thames is second. These two have gone 6 ahead of Burnham Square, who just went by Gate to Wire to take third. Keep It Easy is between horses, and Sovereignty tries to motivate himself. He's underway now in the blue colors. He's within 8 lengths of the lead through 3 quarters in 1:10 Neo Equos stretching out River Thames. Sovereignty warming to the task for Alvarado. He's on the far outside into third. Gate to Wire finds his best stride. Burnham Square's bid is stalled as River Thames has made a clear lead. Off the turn and the stretch drive in the Fountain of Youth, and River Thames, he has the lead by 2 with a 16th to go. Sovereignty begins to get on track, but time is ticking away. River Thames almost there. Sovereignty gonna dive at him late. Here comes Sovereignty! He got him too, did Sovereignty. He went from last to first to win under Junior Alvarado for Godolphin and Bill Mott. The Fountain of Youth from last to first to Sovereignty.
Matoli goes in. All set for the Gotham. And they're off. Sacrosanct broke well. So did Sand Devil in between horses. But they're both going to take back because here's Flood Zone towards the outside. Flood Zone is the leader. Flood Zone is drifting out. Way out there towards the far outside of the racetrack as they get set to come out of the chute. Here at the rail, that's Normandy Coast, is going to be close to the early pace as they're tightly bunched now. Sand Devils in the tube path as they really slacken off the tempo. Matoli is going to be 4 wide. Nobody really wants the front right now. It's Normandy Coast. Sand Devil in between horses, 3 wide. That's Flood Zone. Another lineup of 3 in behind as Sacrosanct is now a shared 4th and 5th. As right there is Garamond out wider. Matoli, that's the leading 6. In behind them comes McAfee, who's in 7th. Calling Card is 8th, and the trailer, the back end of the field is Pagode. 23 and 4 for the opening quarter mile. Normandy Coast is going to hold the rail, but Sand Devils now put a nose in front, is in the tube path, and Sand Devil starts to inch clear. 47 and 4 was the half-mile time. Flood Zone is ready to challenge towards the outside. Sacrosanct is under a full drive, is trying to cut into the margin, but is far back. It's Flood Zone to the outside. Sand Devils battling on. Matoli is ranging up 3 wide. Garamond is looking for a way through. McAfee is launching a rally from the back of the pack. Pagode, Sacrosanct trying to run on 2. They reach the top of the stretch, and Sand Devils trying to keep the undefeated streak going. Flood Zone is challenging towards the outside, but the gutsy New York bred is battling on, but Flood Zone is now edging clear. Here's Flood Zone out in the center of the racetrack. Garamond is trying to make up some ground. Also Matoli. Sand Devils battling on, but Flood Zone is now weaving through the stretch, but Flood Zone is best. Flood Zone is going to win the Gotham. Flood Zone wins it over Sand Devil, Garamond, and Matoli in 1 minute 39.62 seconds.
Last one to load for the DK horse San Felipe is Smooth Cruisin'. They're in the gate. And they're off in the DK horse San Felipe Stakes. Journalism broke smoothly and so did Barnes. Barnes takes the lead after just a few jumps. Rodriguez came away in 3rd. Smooth Cruisin' and Mellencamp is at the back of the field. So Barnes is the quickest, and he makes his way over to the rail, opening up 2 lengths. Rodriguez moves into 2nd. Long shot, Smooth Cruisin', trying to be a part of it. Moves up on the outside of him, trying to keep a little bit of pressure on Barnes, who's doing it easily past the 6 furlong pole. Humberto Rispoli has Journalism in 4th, 3.5 lengths off the pace, and Mellencamp is just outside of him. The tempo is reasonable, and it's Barnes in charge. Has it by just under a length over Rodriguez, heading to the half-mile pole in the DK horse San Felipe Stakes. Smooth Cruisin'. At the rail, Journalism is 3 lengths off the lead, trying to get a little bit closer now. He's just in front of Mellencamp. into the fourth turn. It's been all Barnes. He gets a little bit of a nudge and responds. Barnes starts to sprint for home. Stablemate Rodriguez trying to make it interesting in second, and Journalism 4 off the pace in third. They're followed by Smooth Cruisin' and Mellencamp. They're a quarter of a mile from home, and Barnes is widening. Journalism now swings into action on the outside. These are the two as they come to the eighth pole. Barnes in front by 3. Journalism chasing with determination, getting closer with every stride. And here comes Journalism right on by Barnes, and it will be Journalism striding away powerfully to win the DK Horse San Felipe Stakes. Barnes had to settle for second, Rodriguez a distant third.
Want to get your career in horse racing off to a fast start? Well, the University of Arizona's Racetrack Industry Program is your winning ticket. The Racetrack Industry Program has served as a springboard to some of the industry's most successful individuals, with a proven track record of job placement right out of college. If you want to earn a degree in the exciting horse racing industry, the Racetrack Industry Program can put you in the winner's circle.
Haven't signed up for a Capital OTB account yet? Now's the time to take advantage of the sign-up bonus. Open up a new account with $200 or more, bet $400 by the end of the month, and receive a bonus $200 into your account. Plus, you can take advantage of everything an OTB account has to offer. Wagering from any device, live streaming, racing info, past performances, online promotions, and more. Sign up today and take advantage of the new account bonus. Details at capitalotb.com.